Lee, thanks for joining me. Now to start, this collaboration with MSub shows how the company's technology is gaining traction in sectors beyond predominantly unmanned aerial vehicles, or simply drones, to now include unmanned submarine systems. In the Australian market, for example, there's been considerable publicity on the Ghost Sharks, the autonomous underwater vehicle sub-program for the Royal Australian Navy, so clearly this is becoming a focus here in the UK and presumably other markets. Can you share with us some of the consultation leading up to this collaboration? And what attracted MSubs to the LIS technology beyond some of its obvious characteristics?
Oh, well, thank you. Well, to be honest, we hadn't thought of the uncrewed submarine market. We hadn't realized how big and important it was in the defense space. But over the last year, it's come up time and time again in our discussions with government agencies and defense primes like MSubs around the world. MSubs was attracted to our technology because they build really big uncrewed submarines for people like US SOCOM, the US Navy, and the UK Ministry of Defence as well. As an example, that their XL UUV they built for the British Navy is a huge thing. It's like they describe it as a pickup truck for the sea, and it can place and retrieve loads anywhere on the sea floor, the size of a pickup truck, down to thousands of meters if needed. And that's a really important capability, apparently. Now, all of these uncrewed systems are battery powered with big batteries. And so that allows their platforms to travel for days at a time. And reducing battery weight was critically important. We hadn't fully realized this, but uncrewed submarines, the battery weight is a significant issue, but also our technology, the batteries that we have, they're neutral buoyancy, which is a tremendous advantage for uncrewed submarine design, because that means you don't have to put in additional buoyancy design into your system, into your platform. It also means you can carry more payload as well. So it's that combination of lightweight advanced technology that makes our batteries so attractive.
So Lee, when you consider the trilateral security partnership between Australia, the United Kingdom and the United States, do you think Australian sovereign technology such as the LIS offering will have a preference over other countries?
Absolutely, I do. Right now, we're seeing a huge geopolitical shift in the market. China dominates the battery supply and battery materials processing for the world. Most areas, that's fine. In the commercial space, your EV, your battery in your garage as part of our renewables across Australia is all using Chinese batteries. But in the specific sector, there's some nervousness with regard to the battery supply chain for all of these applications. And this is where we really shine, because we have a sovereign domestic production capability here. We also don't rely on graphite, nickel, cobalt, or manganese, the majority of which are processed overseas. So we have a tremendous advantage in terms of that sovereign domestic production, as well as the lightweight advanced batteries that we can actually produce from that.
Now, given the work you've done so far in advancing your technology in other sectors, like the drone market, what sort of advantage does this collaboration provide? And do you think it opens doors with other global manufacturers and technology providers in this space?
It absolutely does. I mean, it's our first collaboration in the uncrewed underwater vehicle space, and it does open an entirely new market and application set for us. As I've said, almost every platform of this type is powered by batteries. And the work we do with MSubs is testing ourselves down to hundreds and thousands of meters of depth, and then installing it into large UUV platforms for testing. So this will pave the way for our technology to be used across the submarine and UUV space worldwide. And really, we see this as a tremendous opportunity for our technology going forward, in addition to the drone and aviation space.
Thanks, Lee. Now, just switching gears for a moment, you recently reported a $7.5 million ARENA grant supporting a feasibility study and front-end engineering design for a staged development of a lithium-sulfur battery cell manufacturing facility. Now, this is set to target up to 1 gigawatt hour per year of production, a facility that would deliver up to 500 times the production capacity of your existing 2 megawatt hour automated production line in Geelong. So clearly this is a strong endorsement of the LIS technology. So how is your current manufacturing process going, and what do you need to ensure you can deliver products at scale?
Okay, I'll answer that first by explaining why we're moving ahead to scale this technology to this kind of larger scale. It's because our major partners, both present and future, need to see a credible commercial pathway to scale our production. They're very happy to test and trial our batteries right now, but they want proof that when they do roll it out to full production, we're able to deliver the number of cells that they need. And that's been critically important for us as part of our multi-phase pathway to scale. really that we set out several years ago. A year ago, we commissioned our phase 3 facility, which is a 2 megawatt hour facility, which allowed us to prove up not just the technology and the science, but also prove up the manufacturing capability that we could produce these cells in an automated way. So this has come off of our automated production line in Geelong. We could produce hundreds of cells a day in that facility. And that's what we provide to our partners right now in order for them to test and trial our cells. What it's done is allow us to prove up the manufacturing IP and the manufacturing capability for these unique cells. And that then allows us to go to that next step of designing the scale. Now, the ARENA grant of $7.8 million is absolutely fantastic. That allows us to do the feasibility and front-end engineering design for this next stage of facility. And it's a big step, it's an important step, and it's a critical step for our future as we prove out that commercialization pathway.
Thanks, Lee. Now, just to finish, can you just share a short wrap of your current collaborations, how these are advancing, and also the near-term opportunities for you?
There are almost too many collaborations right now to talk about, even the ones we've already signed, but there's a lot more coming down the pipeline. To talk about this year, Kia Aerospace was the first one we signed in March. That was a high-altitude pseudo-satellite. It's a high-altitude drone that goes into the stratosphere. Weight is critically important because they plan to fly for hundreds of days before they come down. With VTOL Aerospace and Halo Cell, we've been working all year on a 5-meter long-endurance drone, a 5-meter wingspan, long endurance drone that should be in the air flying in the first half of 2026. We also signed a major defense prime that's looking to test our cells in both soldier-borne systems and in drones for the defense industry. Praetorian was a recent announcement, which was a very exciting opportunity for us. They're planning to build 10,000 Dagger anti-drone interceptor UAVs per year here in Australia. And that 10,000 units per year is a tremendous large-scale opportunity for offtake for us. And obviously this latest MSUBS partnership creates a whole new opportunity and a new sphere of application in the undersea market. So overall, it's been a tremendously successful year for us. We've got a lot of work to do with all our new partners, and there are more partners on the way. So it's an exciting 2026 coming up as well.
Thanks, Lee. Appreciate your insights as always. Thanks for joining me.
No problem. Thank you very much.